Uh, Good morning, YouTube. Good morning. This is your home girl, Arabia Barbosa, 914, Westchester County, New York. As you can see, I'm in the house. I'm getting ready to leave so I can go to the laundromat and do my laundry. And then this afternoon, I'm going back to work this evening. So I got some sleep last night, but it wasn't enough. So I have to make a quick decision. And I just have to suffer through it. I did a video yesterday and I mentioned some things that Lonnie said in her video uh, the night I worked. And she said she didn't mean to offend me and stuff like that. I accept what she said. You know, sometimes things are, I don't know how to say it, but it is what it is. And I gotta get ready to get out of here, y'all. I gotta do this laundry. So shout out to the chat, shout out to the chat, shout out to those that are subscribed to this channel, those that have been supporting this channel, and those that are my support team. I want to shout out to all of you. For those of you that watch my videos, like and share the videos, please. And I think she was trying to defend Garrick. You can't defend a motherfucker like that. I mean, you can. I understand that you like him, but there's a whole lot of us on this app that doesn't like him. We don't appreciate him. I don't like his delivery. I don't like him. I don't like the way he tried to come in between different YouTube creators. And we seen what he did when Moonlight and Brown Skin Lady was going at it. They finally was able to piece it up. But your homeboy, Garrick, he was behind a whole lot of dirt. Then he tried to start trouble between Moonlight and Selena. And I remember seeing Garrick in the chat that morning or that evening, and he stopped typing as soon as those two women started arguing. So I knew he was enjoying the fact that they was arguing, but then they was able to calm it down and have a conversation. And a lot of times that's what people need to do. They need to have conversations on this app, whether they like each other or not. She said that there's not enough chaos. There's not enough beefing going on. She feels that everyone is piling up on Garrick. He needs to be piled up on. He needs to be reprimanded, so to speak. Got my keys. Let me find my laundry bags. Yeah, but I'm not going to be up here that long. I just wanted to come in and speak for a little bit. And I got to carry on with my day today. So I'm going to open up the door. I have to lock the door, make sure I got my keys, make sure I got my money for this laundry room machines. So it is what it is. And shout out to the chat, shout out to the chat, shout out to my ghost watchers. Looks like we got 2 ghost watchers in the chat. People are welcome over here. You know what I mean? Everyone is welcome over here. I don't care if you're a rabbit. I don't care if you're a sniper. I don't care if you're a part of Sister T sector. I don't care if you're coming from Queen Regina's chat. I don't care if you're a Kwamite. But just know, I don't like the Kwamites. Just know they're not respected over here. Not at all. They said that this sector is the bus life sector. I'm going to tell y'all something. And I think this is going to be the last time I'm saying it. And this is my opinion. Kwame Brown would be nothing without Tommy Sotomayor over here. I remember when Tommy first introduced Kwame to over here in this sector. This is where Tommy came from. And those two eventually, they fell out. And I remember the 3 nights that Tommy did his videos talking shit about Kwame. And I remember everything that came after that. It is what it is. People on this YouTube is going to either do 2 things. Agree to disagree or just totally disagree. Those of you that have beef or argument or an issue with other YouTube creators, I don't care if you hit each other's link and talk it out. But it's just the mindset of some people. And that's all I'm saying. It looks like it's going to rain today. Huh. It's an interesting concept. So walk with me for a little while on my journey to this laundromat. It's not that far from here. It's like a 15-minute walk. And, so I'm washing everything today. Everything has to be cleaned because I got to go to work tonight. I got to make this money. I got to pay whatever bills I have to pay. So forth and so forth. Somebody dropped off a laundry. Well, not a laundry cart, but it looks like it's a shopping cart. And I don't mean no harm. If certain people was over here with me, they would have grabbed the shopping cart by now. And what do you two guys did? Then again, you don't know if that is a complete setup. Because people do set people up out here in these streets. School buses is out running this morning. I see a lot of work trucks. A lot of people is in a hurry this morning. Oh, goodness gracious. They're in a hurry to go nowhere fast. They're in a hurry. It's ridiculous. Yeah. We're all not going to see eye to eye. We can all sing together, but we're not going to all see eye to eye together all the time. She likes Garrick. I don't. I don't like him at all. I think he's a troublemaker. I think he has a lot of feminine energy. He has more feminine energy than I have. And I'm a woman. I've been a part of the LGBTQ community for years, over 20 years. And I'm a pretty good judge when I say there's a lot of men that got a lot of feminine energy. I don't know if anyone knows it, but even Leon Spinks, the boxer, he was dating men on the down low. A lot of you did not know that, but I found that out by looking at another YouTube creator's channel. And she does that. That's all she does is celebrity gossip, old celebrity gossip. Shout out to Ashley Says So. Y'all go over there and sub up to Ashley Says So. She's got a good channel. That's all she does is old celebrity gossip. That's all she does. I like her channel. I've been watching her since 2021. I've been subscribed to her. Long time. These people trip me out riding their bicycles on the fucking sidewalk. And there's a lot of older black dudes that do it more. The white people, they be riding their bikes, but they be in the street. They got a little lane for the bicycles to be on.
I don't know why they want to ride on the sidewalk. It's stupid. Anyway, oh, it's going to be a long day. I can feel it already. So when I go back home, only thing I have to do is make up my bed and stuff like that. Because when I go to the laundromat, I like to wash my blankets. I like to wash my sheets, my pillowcases, my comforter, all that, my towels, everything. If I use it, it has to be taken care of. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Yep, that's what I do. Oh, this neighborhood, I've been living in this neighborhood for about 3 years now. I want to say I moved over here in 2021. And that was the same year Tommy Sotomayor left from off of YouTube. He only appears on YouTube as a special guest to certain YouTube creators. A shout out to those YouTube creators. You know who you are. You're able to talk with Tommy. And, it is what it is. There's so much going on these YouTube streets. There's so much going on. A lot of people are unaware of what's happening in certain sectors. But I'm not concerned about the beefing or the arguments that's going on. I'm more concerned about what's going on in the real world. Because we got an election coming up, and that determines my future for the next 4 years. Say 4 more years from now, I'll be what? 54? I'll be closer and closer to being a senior citizen. Right now, I'm not considered as being a senior citizen. I'm considered as being a middle-aged person. Oh, my goodness. I'm used to traveling this way to get to the office, the other company that I was working for. And, I find it very interesting that I went to the other job to work a much better ticket, a better paying ticket. The job is not hard to do, not at all. I mean, I enjoy doing it. I've done it before. The only thing that is, that I have an issue with that particular job is I'm not getting enough sleep. When you come home, we get off 7 o'clock in the morning. So by the time I get here, it's a little after 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock, depending on which bus I catch. You know what I mean? So that's the way it is. All right. So when I get home, and, of course, I'm going to take me a shower. I want to get something to eat. And by the time I lay down, it's already after 10:30. And if I do go to sleep, I'm asleep all the way until 1 o'clock, maybe 1:30. And then I got to get up, put my clothes on, put my shoes on, make sure I have everything, and I walk out the door. I go downtown, I pick up my ticket, and then I wait for the next bus, and I travel on. Time I get to the job, I'm tired. If I'll get there early, I can take me a nap. And then around 8:30, 9 o'clock, we got to be on the floor. We got to be on the dance floor getting our cash app donation. It's so important. And you know what, you guys? I don't mean no harm. I walk past his house every day. Walk past his house every day. If I'm going in a certain direction, I'm gonna show y'all something. And I know my mother used to live in this house. My biological mother. Hold on, let me get to the street. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I want y'all to see something. That little house right there, that house belongs to my mother. She sold the house a few years ago because she said people in the neighborhood was breaking into our house and all this, burglarizing her and all this other craziness. So she ended up moving from there, and she moved to Goose Creek, South Carolina. Yeah. And the only reason why she has what she does have is because she was involved with a young man, well, with a gentleman that was a veteran. He was a Marine veteran. His name was Alfred Dwight Textora, and he was from Massachusetts. He's a Cape Verdean American. And when I met my biological family a few years back, I believe it was back in 2003, I discovered he is a distant relative to me on my father's side. So it just seemed like to me, and I find it very interesting, that this bitch didn't know anything about this man's past. When she discovered that he was Cape Verdean American, it seemed like her attitude changed a little bit and stuff. I guess her boyfriend was a nice dude. I didn't like him. Didn't like him at all, though. He was arrogant. He was insecure, just like most men. And I couldn't believe that this motherfucker was from Massachusetts, but he was. And that's where my great-grandfather was supposed to have moved. I don't know how he ended up in New York, but he ended up in New York when he found out his mistake. His family tried to send for him so he can go to Massachusetts. He was supposed to have lived in Boston because up there in Boston, Massachusetts, there is a gated off community where only the Cape Verdean Americans live and those that come from the island itself. Even I have been told I can move there. Going all the way to Massachusetts, Boston, just to make up for what my great-grandfather did. I don't see me doing that. If anything, I see me moving back to New York. I was born in New York. I was raised in New York. There's 5 generations of New York blood running through my motherfucking veins. What do I look like moving to Boston? And then if I was to move, I would have to learn the Creole, the Cape Verdean Creole that comes from those islands. Either that or Portuguese. I'm already learning Spanish and Swahili, and the Creole from the Cape Verdean Islands is harder to learn. It's harder to learn. It's just going to be too difficult because Cape Verde basically is a northwestern African country. It's located in Northwest Africa, and the people there are racially mixed. There's a lot of European blood, Running through my veins is a lot of African blood running through my veins, and there's a lot of Native American blood running through my motherfucking veins. Shout out to the chat. So those of you that are not here, you can catch the playback. Um, like and share the video. Of course, those of you that support my channel, I appreciate your support. I do. I appreciate it so much. I'm not too far from the laundromat. Oh boy. It takes me a while to walk down here, you guys. Oh, yeah. The link is dropped, but we already know we got a lot of people on this app that's not going to hit this link. We had a few ghost watchers. Shout out to the ghost watchers. I think my channel is more suited for those that want to watch from the bushes. Because a lot of times you're too afraid to come into the chat. Some of you do, some of you don't. Those that do, I surely appreciate you very much. I think the John Show is live right now. He was driving in his car. He was going wherever he was going. And he was talking way too low. And I told John, I said, John, you're talking way too low. You speak up, please. He continues to speak low. I don't even think he really realizes his mic. Something is wrong with his microphone. Either on his camera or his telephone. I don't know what he's dealing with. But shout out to the John Show. Y'all go over there and sub up to him. So last night, before I started watching my eyelids, I watched Sister T talk about a few things dealing with the election and so forth, and how this administration that's in the chair now, they had allowed all these illegal immigrants over here. And when people say illegal immigrants, we're not talking about people that is from like South America. We're talking about people that's from Europe. We're talking about motherfuckers that come from Africa, that come over here illegally. I'm talking about Europeans, I'm talking about them Asians, and I'm talking about the Africans. And I'm talking about some of those people that live in the West Indies. Some of them come over here illegally. What's wrong with them? I wish they had Ellis Island back up and running. Ellis Island, kept check on these people that they were letting in around the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. I'm going to put it like this. As long as Ellis Island was open, everything seemed to be running a little bit more smoother as far as these immigrants are concerned. If you want to be over here in this country, come over here correctly. Don't come over here illegally and then cry when motherfuckers find out who the fuck you are and send you back to your country. And please don't come over here and commit crimes, because you will be deported. I remember a few years ago, I was locked up in the county jail in Berkeley County. This was 2016. And I met this young lady. Her name was Lily. And Lily was from Mexico. Straight up Mexican. She didn't speak no English, no nothing. They held that woman in that county jail for almost 2 years. And when she went to court, they had released her. They dismissed the charges against her and so forth because the victim and her crime, it is so amazing to me what some victims will do. He was dating Lily. So when she got locked up for trying to kill him, he stuck with her. Now, just before she got released, he disappeared. But the authorities did come and they did pick her up at the county jail, and they did take her to the immigration detention center that's located in Georgia. I don't know exactly where in Georgia they sent her, but right after that, one of the girls, she was close friends with Lily. She would call Lily's mother, and she was like, the mother was saying that her daughter had not been returned to the country, to their country yet. But if anything, they probably held Lily for like 6 months, and then they worked with her paperwork, and they sent her back to Mexico. I'm pretty sure of that. I hope she's doing okay. Yeah, I learned a lot of my Spanish from her too. So a lot of the words I do use, they like when I speak in Spanish, I like to use a lot of phrases that the Mexicans use, the Dominicans use. Just like when I say que lo que, and I say que lo que mi gente, ven aquí conmigo. I'm basically saying it like the way someone from the Dominican Republic would do. So it is what it is. And they got the homeless people over here at this church. Motherfuckers looking for handouts. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'm here at my destination. I thank everyone that walked with me on my way down here. You know, you could have been anywhere else in the world, but some of you decided to come in and start ghost watching. But shout out to the ones that do support this channel, that actually and factually do support this channel. Even the Empress over there, she supports this channel. You know what I mean? I guess she be trying to break my balls sometime. But she said she didn't mean what she said, but you know, it is what it is. Hopefully this laundromat is open. All right, y'all. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video, or perhaps in someone else's chat. Peace.